Hello. Hello. Should be live now. Let me bring this a little closer. I forgot to change my stream title on Twitch. Hell? Okay. We're starting a little earlier today, as you can see. I think I named it Web Builder or Website Builder. Is that what I said? Website Builder. Yes. Okay, it's running there. Let me check YouTube side now. I wonder if this is gonna throw off the algorithm a little bit because I'm streaming at a different time than usual. Possible. It's working there. And one more. Okay, good. Okay, so that's that. Let me just give it a little bit of time for some people to come in. It's a bit of a weird time, so I guess in the meantime I can prep some of the stuff I need to prep, which I haven't yet. Gotta open up Canva. As you can see as well, I'm like super low energy today. Just keep having really bad issues with my sleep. It's making it worse. So that's why, you're always going to have those kind of days. Days where you just really don't feel that great. What can you do? That's part of life. But just because you feel shit doesn't mean the work can stop. Oh man. Yeah, I'm streaming earlier today just because of like scheduling issues. So that's why. Need to log into Webflow. This site. Yes. I don't know how easy it's going to be to even do some of this stuff because I don't know. Might have to figure it out on the stream, or maybe I'm just going to build stuff that I kind of know how to build already. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'll decide. Okay, anyway. So everything is ready now. I have everything prepped. Good to go. I really wonder how big of a difference it's going to make that I'm streaming like 40 minutes early. Who knows? Anyway. We hit day 30. It's been a long time. 30 days, like doing something every day for 30 days is tough. You know, so I'm quite proud of myself that I made it this far. Still got a lot left to go. Still got 60 more to go. Start with a racial slur. I would if I didn't get banned, but I can't. So what can you do? Nice to see you again, Brandon. It's been 5 minutes. I guess some people are probably just gonna show up later because I'm streaming late, so it's fine. I'll just repeat myself if I have to later. Um, anyway, email campaign. That's the step number one. We got 2 replies today. One reply said that the company was uh, like insolvent. So I guess we're a little bit late for those guys. They could have really used our help a few months ago. And the other reply said that they are good on clients. Let me read the exact message. We have more work than we can cope with. Thanks. So as that, no more updates from the campaign. Besides that, I changed the sequence a little bit. Hmm. From some people I spoke to, they said that they think that you should have less follow ups on cold emails because if somebody isn't replying after like a couple of emails, then chances are they saw it and they're just ignoring you. So why would you continue to follow up with them? And I thought about it and I was like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. We weren't getting any people replying after the second follow up anyway. So I reduced it to the outreach email and 2 follow ups. So I could show you the updated campaign then. I didn't really change much else. I just made sure that it like made sense now that it was fewer emails, but let me show you. Here we go. So not sure how easy this is to see, but hopefully good enough. Let me see if I can make it a bit bigger. Okay, so this is email 1. I didn't touch this. This is email 2. Didn't touch this. Actually, I did touch this. I got rid of the sent from iPhone for the first message because I figured if I was going to have it on all of them, it'd be a bit fishy. So I just did it on this one and the last one, which I think is fine. So that's still the same, but then I removed all of them except this last one, as I thought I'd hit you up one last time. And I changed this. This went from still think I can get you, because I thought that saying still didn't really make sense after so few follow-ups. So I replaced it with really. Really think I can help you book more jobs with better clients. I think I also changed that. I think originally I had save time and something else. And then I said I replaced this as well. Before it was a call to action. Call to action. A phone call, like asking if they want to have a conversation about it. But now I decided since there's so few follow-ups, I'm not going to switch tactics. I'm just going to continue with the video. So I said, if you want to see how it would work, just shout and I'll send you the video. Because if I don't improve your results, you won't have to pay me a penny. So it's pretty simple. It's a lot simpler than I had before, so my campaigns are much smaller now. We have another 135 people to still email. We have emailed 100. We've completed 113. I have a bunch more emails cooking in the background, so we're getting more because this isn't going to be enough. In terms of the data, the positive reply rate is quite low, but I also have to consider that I had a lot of follow-ups, and all of these messages that have been sent, like we've sent 546 emails, and all of the ones that have been sent are including follow-ups. So realistically, we've actually only sent to 113 people. So 2 positive responses and 10 replies out of 113 different people is actually fine. That's not that bad. So if we can continue with that and I can just continue to get more and more emails, I think it's going to be fine. Hey, Alabek, what's up? How are you doing today? I also have I'm going to start reaching out to the US instead. So we'll see how that goes. The shitty thing about the US is the emails are going to send at a completely different time zone to me. So what's going to happen is they're going to reply and I won't be able to send them the video really quickly afterwards because they live in a very different time zone, and that's a shame. But we'll have to make do. I think I'm still better off using the system that I'm using now, which is I personalize the video sales letter that I send to include their website. And I think that's good. I think I should continue doing that. So I'm going to continue doing that for now. Sorry for the low energy today. It's just like been having some rough days. Been sleeping poorly and just a bunch of shit building up. But anyway, we make do. Can't have every day be perfect. Um, Vlad, hi. Hello, Vlad. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Um, Good. Getting the animals fed and watered. Making a store run for dog and chicken food. Nice, nice. Do you have chickens? That's cool. Do you have any other animals? Bro, sorry I haven't been here for the last 2 days. Me and my family went to Hong Kong for Disneyland. No, that's pretty cool. I hope you had a really good time. How was it? As burnout, bro? It's not burnout. It's just like had so much extra shit pile on top of me recently that it's just getting really difficult to like keep up with. And besides the like really poor sleep, it has nothing to do with how much I'm doing. It has more to do with how much I have to do and how much more problems I keep encountering. And it's just like it's kind of we're entering personal territory, just having some few problems in my personal life, which I just gotta work out. Anyway, can't believe it's day 30. Yeah, yeah, it's been a long time. Well, 60 days left. Haven't missed a day yet, even when I feel like this. So we'll see. See how it goes. Disneyland was great. Am I getting too stressed? Ah, it's fine. Hey, Endless Hope, what's up? Sorry, everybody. You probably noticed I'm streaming a little bit earlier today. But I mean, most of you are actually from like the eastern part of the world, so it's probably better if I were to guess. It's less late. But anyway, yeah, I usually go live at 6. It's just I wanted to have some scheduling problems, so I wanted to get it out of the way. Start a little earlier today. But yeah, the usual timetable won't change. This is just for today. We have chickens and 3 dogs and 1 cat. Got the 1 acre fence done last spring, planning on getting goats. Oh, that's really nice. Goats seem pretty cool. Goat milk is awesome. Better than cow milk, in my opinion. And they're probably less work if I were to guess. I don't know much about farming, though. You can inform me. Is it easier to take care of goats? Probably. That's the day so far. Ah, shit. Mega shit. Not gonna lie. But we move, you know. How about you? Hope you're doing well. As far ever looking for me, usually says he's gonna do. Yeah, he was here the last couple of days. He said he got absolutely destroyed in a chess tournament because they paired him with somebody who's like 10 times better than him. So that was kind of funny. So the topic for today's stream is gonna be, hey Checkered, what's up? How you doing? Topic for today's stream is gonna be like building in Webflow. So we had a few streams where we were designing the website, but I haven't had any streams where I actually show you the inside of the dashboard of making the actual site. Now, I'm not amazing at Webflow, and there's a few things that I want to do. It's like a constant learning experience for me. There's a few things which I have no idea how I'm going to implement, which we might end up figuring out now, or I'm just going to skip them for now. I don't know. But I figured I should have at least one stream where I show you the inside of the dashboard so we can include that as part of it. Because I do most of the website building off stream. So just figured this would be a little better. Goats are more mischief. Yeah, he lost, but I can't blame him. I don't know how much you know about chess, but he is like 800 elo, and the person he got paired against was like 1800, which is like an immense skill level. That's like pairing a 4-year-old baby in a race against like a Usain Bolt. So he got really fucked. I can't really blame him on that. Goats are more mischievous, cows more mellow, but goats are easier to feed, but are more prone to parasites. All right. But also with goats, I imagine because they're smaller, they're like less dangerous. Because with a cow, if a cow doesn't want you alive, it's gonna take you out. Like cows kill like more people than sharks every year. But at the same time, people don't really have sharks as pets or farm food. But anyways, just at least some comparison. You're gonna do web code stuff? Yeah, yeah. It's not gonna be like code though. Like I'm using a web builder, so we're gonna be using the builder. Don't know how I'm gonna do some of this stuff. Like I said, I'm not amazing at Webflow, so we're gonna figure it out. Do it together, see how it goes. Don't know any, bro. Anyways, day 30 now. It's nearly yeah. If you don't get your shit straight and don't act, you'll get more stressed. Yeah, I'm trying, man. Like I'm doing as much as I can. Uh, bro, I have a pet shark and will it eat me? It's staring at me for the past week. Yes, it wants your blood. Promise me. What the fuck? Promise me? What the hell is wrong with my brain? You can tell. Like, I'm just spitting nonsense occasionally. You can tell it's messed up. Yes, it's gonna eat you. Sorry, brother. You should eat it first before it eats you. Yeah, we've been making progress. It's slow, but we're getting better and better. We're gonna make a little bit more progress with the emails now. We're gonna be getting more progress because I'm sending less follow-ups and 2 more emails. So the data is probably gonna start improving. You need sleep. Yeah. Yeah, I do. But whatever. Don't have time for sleep. We'll figure it out later. Um, Give me a second. I'm gonna blow my nose. That's the wrong camera. Um, didn't leak anything. Okay. This one. All right, we're back. People really didn't like the blowing my nose break. Like 4 people left as soon as I hit the button. Um, Chicken chirps as he blows his nose. But you shouldn't be able to hear that, right? You didn't hear that? Did you? You shouldn't have. Crickets. Oh, crickets chirp. Yeah, chickens chirp. I prefer chickens chirp. It reminds me of this chicken joke that I heard one time, which I thought was really funny. It was something like, what was it? What was the? I remember the punchline, but I don't remember the start of the joke. Ah, never mind then. No joke for you. Sorry. You've been making progress. Why is there so many things on your mind? It's just a bunch of personal stuff. I'd rather not get into it. Life gets complicated sometimes when you become an adult. Ah, so be prepared. Not like you can prepare for it, but yeah, it can get rough sometimes. What'd you do on your trip anyway? You said that it was good, but what was your favorite thing about it? What did the fish say when it ran into the concrete wall? Damn. Okay, that reminded me of a joke that I actually do know like the start of and the punchline. I remember I saw this video. This is probably one of my favorite videos that I've seen. I remember it very clearly. It was this guy that was wearing like he looked disabled. He was sitting in like a wheelchair, and he had like those blind person glasses on, and he was scanning his finger on a page like he was reading in braille, and he was reading like a pornography, and brushed his finger through it and just goes, "Damn." I fucking love that joke. Uh, Personal stuff. No, no, it's not that, but it is like personal and to do with people, but it's different. Don't worry about it. Anyway, um, yeah. So might as well get into it then. I'm probably gonna stream for a little bit less time today too. We had a really good stream yesterday, but I just like I can't bring that kind of energy today. I mean, maybe I can. Maybe I just need to like breath. You know, let's meditate a little bit. Let's try to bring the energy back up. You know what? Somebody give me some of the draw. Balor, you're usually pretty good at that. Give me some of the draw. That might help. We'll pinpoint. We're gonna reframe our mind, and we are going to reframe that after we complete the drawing, we are going to come back to our usual energy levels. Very love novels got people feeling the love and all. You said draw a chicken leg. Okay, chicken leg it is. Hold on, actually, forgot the vertical. You guys can't see. So. That's about it, right? Can't really do much else. Bit too round, whatever, it'll do. Okay. All right, it'll do. A cake back there, dude. What? Could you see my ass? What are you talking about? Hi, man. Hey, bro. I suddenly opened YouTube and came here again. Nice. What's up? How you doing? I need to center myself back up. One sec. There we go. Okay, we're gonna try to keep the energy levels up. Fuck everything that's happening. Nothing is happening right now while we're on stream. Gotta focus. Okay. Anyway, cool. So, assistant, I man. What does that mean? Not sure what you're talking about. And nice to see you again, Motivation, as well. Welcome. It's funny how whenever you see like a little bit of somebody's content on YouTube, you just keep getting fed it, like even if you don't really want it. We're gonna be building our website. So we had a couple of streams where we were designing stuff for the website on Canva and such, but today I'm actually gonna put you inside of the dashboard of Webflow, which is where I actually build it, because I figured I should have at least one of those streams, because usually I build the stuff off stream. So I figured, you know what, for the redesign, let's do some of it together. A few things I want to do that I need to figure out. Not sure if I'm going to be doing that on stream. Maybe we'll just do the simpler sections, but you'll get to see anyway. I could actually say that. Say what? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Okay, man. Yes. Bye, bro. I have a class in the next 10 minutes. All right. Enjoy your class. Hope you have a good time. Anyway, might as well start getting into it. Secret. If you did say something that like YouTube allowed, then I don't know if it did actually allow because I didn't see it. You're a student. Nice. Well, I hope that goes well for you, whatever class it is that you have. Anyway, there we go. I don't know if there's any like sensitive stuff here that you shouldn't see, but I hope not. I don't think there would be. fine. Is this like large enough to fit the? I think it's just barely fitting into the 1200 pixel range. Yes. So I've built some of it, as you can see, but I still have some stuff I need to do. And I have a video sales letter I actually finally prepared, so this image is going to go away. We're going to replace it with a video. So that's going to be cool. Well, what are your other business successful? Do you run any others? No, it's just this. Bro, got to go real quick. Yeah, no problem. See you in a bit. You said one as if you've got multiple questions. What are the next ones? Ah, there it is. How far are we into this? Of what model and niche are you building now? Same kind of thing. I'm randomly here. What's going on here? Yeah, so we're going to be building like the redesign of our website for the business. We run a digital marketing agency of trying to build up the business from scratch. This is day 30. We're doing a website redesign. We have a campaign running right now for emails, which we got like 10 replies from, 2 of which were positive so far after a couple of weeks. But we're going to be improving that. I'm going to be sending more emails to more people faster. So hopefully we're going to make more progress from there. I want to redesign my website so I could actually funnel some people in, because right now it's not like very well optimized. So we're going to do that. And how far are we into this? Yeah, 30 days. What other models and niche are you building now? What model? Okay, so we're building. I do Facebook ads for landscapers, where we make them Facebook ads. The Facebook ads lead to a landing page, and then the landing page grabs people who have submitted the form, and then we send email nurture systems to them to try and get them to book a call. So that's the current thing. That's what we're going for. I really want to design a website offer as well for web design, because I think web design might actually be a little bit easier to sell, because you could just target people without a website and offer them to get like more clients through it, which seems easier than what I'm doing now, because a lot of landscapers already have. I've noticed a common problem I'm running into is that a lot of landscapers already have a lot of clients and they just don't need more. So I'm getting a lot of rejections because of that fact. I'm personally creating AI prototype and having some issues connecting to using Gemini API as a way to reach you. I mean, why are you struggling to connect with it? How are you coding it, and how are you sending? I mean, yeah. Look, shoot me a message. You can join my Discord. You can add me on it as well, and I can respond to you there. Let me get you the link. Oops. Well, I hope that wasn't anything important. Let me take a look. Oh no, that was just my. Yeah, it's fine. I should close my email. Link, please. Yes, give me one moment. I have to open up the stream for myself to be able to do it. You read the Phoenix Project? No, I haven't. What's that? Okay. One sec. Here you go. Here's the link for anybody who wants to join. How many clients are we holding right now? What is current pricing? Are you offering paid ads, web funnel system, or just paid ads connected to theirs? We're doing the full sales funnel ourselves, so it's not connected to theirs. We build it and then export it to Netlify and then push it over to their account so that they get to keep it afterwards. We haven't landed any clients for this specific service, but I do have one client, which I signed on a revenue share model. So we're doing some work on that this week. And pricing is 750 euro for the trial. You get a 30-day trial where everything gets built. And if you want the remainder of the system, which by that point you should get like a decent amount of results from it. And if you want to keep the system, you have to pay for the full fee, and then every asset gets transferred to you. And we teach them how to build it. It's not a retainer model. It's a one-time fee. So we transfer everything to them. It's an option. It's like they either continue to pay the maintenance fee, which I haven't fully decided on the price of. But if they want to keep the system, which is what I already have, uh, they top up at the end of the trial period if they want to keep it, and we send everything to them and teach them how to maintain it with very little time commitment. That's the idea, at least. It's a book on IT. Let me look it up. Basically teaches leadership skills with the team, issues you can come across with communicating large numbers of people, like 150, and it reached about technical debt. That's interesting. I'm not a developer though, so I don't know if that would be like suited for me, but I'll take a look at it. I'll connect with you on Discord. My name is Jerry. All right, cool. Yeah, do. I'll respond to you after the stream. Are you running paid ads on your model to get the clients? Not right now. We're just doing email campaigns. But I fixed up my email campaigns to be able to send stuff out faster. And I'm working towards sending 300 emails a day. But I'm going to have to spend a lot more time on actually getting emails, which is going to be a pain. I'm trying to work on a system which lets me do it faster. I do want to run some ads, but I don't have a lot of money to run ads, which is the problem. So I would really have to make sure that they're really, really good. Besides that, I want to fix up my website so I could funnel more people through the website. That should help as well. So, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I need these to be shorter. I want to add. So I want it to look like this. So one of these boxes, I want it to look like this, and I want there to be a button for see details. I'm not sure I'm going to start with this, though, because that's like something I don't know how to do, and I would have to figure it out, and that might be a little boring to do on stream. Try the resource I made. Might be able to find an AI for that. For what specifically? Like for finding the emails? Like I already have a system set up which does a decent job, but I'm trying to set up like a more custom system. I'm like asking a friend who's a developer. That's how I know my brain is broken. I wanted to say a friend of mine, but instead I was about to say a friend, a developer of mine. Yeah. I have a friend who I'm asking for help with building the system, who's a developer, and we're gonna see if we can come up with something. So. Oh. Anyway, so this is fine. I'm not gonna do the optimization right now either. I'll do that later, which means like I'm not gonna work across the breakpoints. I'm just gonna work on getting the majority of it built out. So the next thing I need to make is this thing here. I want to make this. So let's see how that goes. I almost never know where to start. So that I looked into it, it seems N8N is the most detailed in creating a true agentic AI that can handle things in a JSON file. Yeah, you're probably right. I think it's better than make.com anyway. But it's also more confusing, and I think like it has a paid plan only. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just what I remember. So where do we start? Hero 3, this container, yes. That's inside of this whole thing. Huh. There's the grid. Okay, so this container is inside of that. Is there a reason for it to be? And I guess. So I probably just use a duplicate container. But I obviously want to change some stuff about it, so time to introduce a new combo class. I'm so bad at organizing combo classes, like I'm actually horrendous. How's this being pushed? Wait, actually, no, I want it with the border. Or am I going to give it a simple border? Am I going to give it the gradient border? Let me just copy the gradient border. Yeah, that's fine. So the gradient is what's using the margin. That's okay. I'm sure like most of you are not going to understand what is going on here whatsoever. So I'm sorry about that. If anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to help you out. I barely understand what's going on, so don't worry about it. Okay, so we want to move this down. This is gonna, okay, these are both gonna be replaced. Hey, Valor, welcome back. So this is gonna be completely different, so I might as well just replace the container. Insert new container. There we go. And you're gonna go above. Inside you, I'm gonna need text. I'm gonna need another container. Am I? Block, block, container. No, I just need an image slot. I need an image slot and a text slot. So text, block, and image. You go on the left, can change you to a flex box, which is, yes, that's fine. What platform are you using in developing your website? This is Webflow. I quite like it. I think it's pretty good. Pretty used to it at this point anyway. What size are these? I wanted about, well, maybe it should be about 50 pixels actually. I'll see. Then you need to be, I want everything to actually be centered. So yes, left and centered. Bet $10 Baloriant here. Well, you've lost $10 though. Sorry, Bart. You're gonna have to pay $10 to Balor. You said it yourself. Unlucky. So change the limited availability. I didn't do the copy for this yet either, so I'm gonna have to update that. What? Yes, he is here. You're gonna have to pay him. Pay up, Buckaroo. Satoshi. Gonna use a bold. Make you a little bit bigger. Say 18, 28. Now I need like a nice red color. Maybe we could use the corner of this since we already have it defined. Image, typography, color. Actually, this is going to have to be a little bit lighter because the actual inside background is going to be... No, this is going to be lighter. The background is going to be darker. So I need this to be fairly visible. So that looks about right. Then how do you structure the paid ads for the clients? To make the ads themselves? Yes. How do they get value out of the paid ads if there's a free trial? Well, there's not a free trial. It's a paid trial. It's a $750 paid trial. Unless I didn't understand what you meant. Okay, gonna have to wait. Okay, yeah, that's a new text block. That's fine. Padding. About what's the padding on these? 18, 10, 10. Okay, it's probably about similar on this. 18, 18, 10, 10. What's a paid trial? Well, so the full system costs 5,000. So the point of the paid trial is to have a lower entrance threshold because a lot of people wouldn't want to pay 5,000 up front, but the system would be worth way more than that. Like you see here how it says 420,000 plus, like the actual system is worth quite a lot. And I have detailed why. It's not written in here yet, but like I've explained why it's worth that much, how many clients you can expect to get, the fact that you get to keep the system. after a year what kind of results you would get and stuff like that. But that's a really big price for somebody to pay up front. And the whole point of the trial is to be like, look, you pay just a little bit. We will get you the results, and if you're happy with the system and you want to keep it, you can pay the remainder uh, to have the full system. Does that make sense? He's lying, fart. I didn't say that, but you probably know that. I'm gonna need a triangle thing icon. Uh, Lucid. Can't read the details. Can you break down exactly? So, it's not 420 right now. I need to update that figure because I haven't restructured it yet. But I can explain to you how it works and like that the value will still be quite high. It's somewhere around like 180, 90,000, something like that a year. So I'll show you. Let me pull up the document. Where is my thing? Here it is. View navigation pane. Bring me to my offer. Okay, here we go. So here it's gonna be something like this. Let me zoom in so you can see properly. So I only sell to people that are selling a service worth at least $2,000. That's the minimum. So my promise is that I will get my clients 5 or more book jobs in 30 days, or I'll keep working for free until they do. So the full like thing I'm promising is at least 5 clients in a month period, which is not that unreasonable. That's not like a huge amount based on the like kind of budgets that I am intending on setting and the ads I'm gonna run. Like I think 5 is pretty reasonable. So the whole idea is we get them to 5 a month, and the ads continue to give them 5 a month for a long time. So if you consider this, if they get five extra clients per month and they sell projects to at least 2,000, that alone is worth 120,000 a year. If you multiply that by 12, so there's the value explanation for that. For this, this is meant to increase the amount of bookings that you get and lose less leads. And I base this off of if you get even one qualified buyer per month that you save from the email nurture system, which again is very, very conservative. That alone could also cost you 24 to 60,000. So being at around 50,000 a year value as well, again for 12 months, is pretty reasonable. Then for this 5,000 value, the fact that the speed aspect exists, we say that we're going to launch the whole system in 7 days. A lot of companies would launch way later than that. We also have like ad designs that we give them to reduce ad fatigue. And they also have really fast onboarding. So that was just kind of like an estimate as to how much I believe the speed aspect would be worth. And 4,000 for this, which is we teach them how to maintain the system. They get personal support. They get a dedicated account manager. Again, this is just kind of like, it was more of a joke here that I made because the good thing, you should always say, like, give a reason for everything in your marketing. So what I've done here is I'm like, I thought it'd be funny that a lot of people don't show good results and they don't keep the like the clients updated and stuff in marketing. A lot of people complained about having poor communication and not knowing what's going on and stuff. So I got over that problem and I was like, okay, how do I determine the value? So I thought, well, that's how much you spend on a hair transplant after pulling your hair out from not knowing what's going on. So circumventing that, I just thought that was quite funny. So that is literally just like a low end cost for a hair transplant. So that's kind of how that works. Hope that makes sense to you. I don't think I've updated this to match yet, so I don't know. I don't think it's 191,000. I think it's like, let me do the calculation. 120, 500 plus 5, 300 plus 1, Yeah, 178, 900. So hope you could see where all of that came from. How do you make the ads? Are you doing picture slash video combo? Probably yes. We're gonna do image carousel and video ads as well. I will be recording whatever I can, and anything I can't record, the client will have to record. But I will tell them what to record. As a campaign structure set up, I don't have a campaign structure set up because I don't have a client in that niche yet. But I'm intending on running different variations of the ads, targeting people who are showing an interest in landscaping through some methods. I still haven't looked into the interest groups that are available for that. Are you doing cold, warm, hot retargeting funnel? We probably will do a warm campaign, probably for people who watch like over 70% of the video ads, maybe people who click on the website but don't convert from the landing page. So probably just simple retargeting campaigns like that. Yes. Seems like you know a good bit about marketing, huh? You're asking all these specific questions. What's your experience with it? And since you know so much, why are you so interested into what I'm doing with it? I just stream early today. Just some scheduling conflict. So the usual time is still gonna be the usual time. It's just for today. Hey, Metal Clone. I'm gonna be busy and say nothing for now. It's all good. I understand. Vishy, gay. Okay. Gay again, huh? Understood. Gay to you too. Look, I decided to take your suggestion and I actually side parted my hair today. Do you think it's better? How are you researching these different things? Are you just personally doing it, or are you using a web crawler or web scraper? For getting like people I reach out to, you mean? I'm all good. What about you? What'd you do today, Vishy? I know it looks great. You think this is better? You think I look better like this? Let me take off the headphones so you can see properly. Very smooth and silky. Injected people again. Hey, dude, gotta go. You got to go. All right, no problem. Hope you enjoy your food. How long are you gonna spend injecting people? Why does this have a max width? I didn't give it a max width. I should probably give it like a set width. So no max width, and set width is gonna be like 300. Or auto, I guess is fine. Always interested. You can learn from everyone. I'm about 10 years into this stuff. Run an animation studio, meta ads. Always like to ask people their methods and insights. Oh, okay. That's really cool. Maybe I should be asking you stuff if you got 10 years of experience. I don't have that much. I could probably use your help when it comes to this stuff. You know, help get the business off the ground. But yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I actually talked about this exact thing yesterday. I was saying that you should always hear people out, even if they have like no experience, even if they have less experience than you, because you never know. Because everybody has a different perspective on life, and sometimes somebody can say something in such a way that you have just never thought about before in that specific way, and it could like, you know, light up a light bulb in your head, which gives you some kind of idea that you wouldn't have come up with before. It's a really good trait to have. So clearly, you're very experienced in business and stuff, because that's a great mindset to have. I think that's something that a lot of people lack. Give this the same color and just bring it down. Yeah, something like that. Give it some rounded corners. Make it pill. No, I want a pill. So probably just do percentage then. Okay, I'm wrong. That is not a pill. Um, it's too thick. That's the problem. This image is too big. I need to find the image. Let's go to Lucid. Put the image in first. Goodbye, gay balls. Okay, it depends if they're willing to be my lab rat. Maybe one day you'll get to inject me with something. I hope not. I don't think I'd let you. Or maybe you know what? If I need my blood taken, I would probably rather trust somebody I know than someone I don't. Thank you for the anti-homeless sparkles. I really need some of those right now. Want to know something? Whenever that Bart says he's gonna eat, he isn't. That's an excuse always when he wants to leave. Oh well, that's fine. I don't mind if he doesn't want to be here. That's okay with me. I'm not forcing him to stay. It really this website really doesn't have a warning triangle. That's really surprising. Really? Oh, no, here we go. Alert triangle. There we go. What did it look like? What do I want it to look like? What color? Not sure. The rest of these are white, right? Yeah. Maybe I should just go with white as well. But then it won't really catch their attention. Easy stuff when you nail it down. Metal ads will give your model explosive growth. Also, you mentioned interest targeting. I'd recommend in this age to not run any interest targeting on cold. Why not? What would you run instead? Behavior? Or something else? What do you think I should do for landscaping? Because I do want to try run ads, so it would be really helpful to know. Open with notepad. So what color do we want this? This is an SVG file I downloaded. I want to replace the color. Red, I guess, maybe the same color as the limited availability. That might make sense. So let's just do that. There's the color. And then let me take this away for a second just to make sure I don't leak anything. To be honest, bro, school's kind of hard, lacking on notes. Just got to keep up with it. My sister is the same. She really struggles with school. Where do I import shit again? Replace image, import, downloads, triangle. There you go. All right. There's our image. Yeah, this is definitely too big. And that's some insane AI targeting now and giving it 100% control will optimize it perfectly. Andromeda, which is what they named their new AI targeting system. Unless you use lookalikes. I don't think I would use lookalikes because landscapers, I don't think would have enough clients for that. That's 1,000 emails at least, right? So I don't think that I would do lookalikes. When did this come out? So you think that it's better to just let it ride, just not select anything? I know they had some stuff like the Advantage campaigns and some other stuff with the e-commerce stuff, but for service-based businesses, you really think that it's best to just let the AI figure it out? Because how does it figure it out that quickly? Because if you put, let's say, only $500 into an ad while you're testing, that's going to show to how many people. CPM for something like this would probably be like 30. So 30 times 30 times hold on. My brain broken. Sorry, I'm just really slow today. I'm spending $500 and every 1,000 people costs 30. So divide that by 30 and multiply it by 1,000. So about 16,000 people it gets shown to. And that's enough to get that kind of accurate targeting. I mean, I'm gonna save everything you're saying. I really appreciate the help. You know, why don't you join the Discord? It'd be nice to have somebody like you around for selfish reasons. Anyway. Hey, I'm new here. What are you guys doing? So I'm building my website right now. I'm trying to build a digital marketing agency from scratch. So working on that, and I'm building, redesigning my website. So that's about it right now. Yeah, that's okay. That looks fine. This is probably a bit too big of a distance. Hey, and Guru, what's up? Hey, Wolfwalker. Nice to see you all. Um, okay. Maybe I should make this gold. That might make more sense. Same color as that. I'll think about it. Those are like minor details. Let me see if... No, I still think that it's better for me to have like 50 or something. Maybe even 100 is fine. That looks the same. Okay, it's fine. Maybe a little bit more adding. Is it, or no, you know what I think it is? It's you need to be centered, and I need to give you your own width. Yeah, that's better. How goes the building? I watched a few times but never spoke. Oh, nice. Nice to see you speaking then. It's always nice to meet new people. It's going okay. This is the first time I've actually shown the inside of the dashboard that I'm working on. So I just thought that that would be interesting. Let me copy this over. Yes. This, I have multiple of these containers already, so I'm actually... You know what? I'll just rebuild it from scratch. Yeah, I should just get in the habit of doing that. Hey, built my SaaS to about 90%, just payment infrastructure. I need a co-founder badly. What's wrong with the payment stuff? What are you struggling with? Maybe I could help you out. Can you take me higher to a place where blind men can see? Can you take me higher to a place where golden streets? What's that from? I haven't heard that before. Hey, but remember when I first joined your stream, I asked a shit ton of questions. You literally said I might tell my whole backstory by the end of this. Yeah, there's a lot of information that I've shared at this point. Somebody could make like a fucking one of those video novels on me at this stage, I think. You really tend to overshare when you're doing stuff like this. I'm a Nigerian, can't open a Stripe account. Get a VPN. What stops you from just getting a VPN? I'm also solo building a SaaS. I'm not really sure how it's going, but enjoying the process so far. That's really cool. I have another guy as well who I talked to who's building a SaaS, who I might end up doing the marketing for. I haven't watched Creed. No, I haven't watched any of the Rocky movies either. For anybody who's interested, let me show you guys the Discord. Maybe some of you would find it useful. You know, you could ask me questions, bounce ideas back and forth. I find it useful to have a community of people like that. That's for social security number. Do they? Huh. I didn't know that. They didn't ask me, I don't think. They just asked for my bank details. But I guess if you don't have a bank outside of Nigeria, that might be a problem as well. Give me a second then. Yeah, no, I don't have that set up. The stream is still... Look, I'm new to all of this. I don't have all of these functions set up. The exclamation mark doesn't do shit. Here's the Discord. Oh shit, whoops. Sorry, let me delete that. This is the right link. Okay. So we have the icon, we have that done. Now what's next is we need a new container. And I don't want it to be in that. I want it to be standalone. You need a new text block. What business are you doing? Digital marketing agency. We run Facebook ads for landscapers or other service businesses. I'm just specifying on landscapers because it's easier to sell when you have a very specific niche. Yes. So, what size do I want you to be? Probably percentage, like 60% or something. That looks fine. It's gonna be Satoshi, bold. You're gonna be centered. Your color is gonna be. I could do this with combo classes, but I just really don't like to use them. They always suck ass. And then give a little bit of margin. What's the margin space here? It is 20. Yeah, fine. Interest targeting used to be great to point it in the right direction when other internal AI analyzes and breaks down your video, adds and copy and uses that. Huh. Okay. That's really interesting. So do you literally just leave it blank? You just dump enough of a budget into it, like 3 to 500 for testing, and let it rip and just see how it works? That's really interesting. That's good to know. I'll need to remember that. I've noted it down. Broad is the way to go, and your creatives do the targeting. Okay, that I really appreciate the knowledge for that. Thank you. Don't need this either. And you're gonna need to be smaller. You're too big. There we go. I need to change this copy. I thought I did. What kind of website is this? It's for my own business, for me. Got your first client? Yeah, we have one client. It's not in the thing that we want, but it's uh it's a client nonetheless. It's on a revenue share model. I personally test creatives with a budget of $50. Once I identify the scalable desire, we scale up accordingly. $50? How is that enough? What like areas are you targeting? What's your CPM like? Because I feel like showing it to like that's like CPM for the industry I'm targeting. I think is like 30 to 50 or something like that. So that's like barely 1,000 something people. Also, it knows patterns of people outside of your niche that are likely to be interested in the niche that aren't yet. And interest targeting just leaves money on the table. Yes, leave it blank. This is some great news I'm getting. I really appreciate you guys with lots of experience filling me in here. 25 to 40 CPC. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that's about what I expected for CPM. And that's really enough. I mean, if two people are saying it, one has 10 years experience. How much experience do you have? Mdrify? Hey, Badal. Seems the Discord link is wrong. It shouldn't be. Try again. I think some people sometimes have issues with it. But I can try to paste it again. Just in case. Because I did send it wrong to begin with, and then I deleted it. Maybe you just accidentally clicked the wrong one before I got to delete it. Hey, dude, I'm going to be quiet for now because I'm busy cutting my toenails. Good for you. Okay, sure. I'll drop in the link again. Sorry. Oh, we're about to hit 500 subs. Nice. Took a long time to get here. Here's the link. This should work. Okay. And then gradient border. You're going to be... Actually, you already have your own class. That's fine. I want you to be a bit brighter because I want it to catch attention. And I need the border to be red. Congrats for 500 subs almost. Thank you. Works now. Okay, great. Nice. There we go. And paste you as well. What is happening? Why is that not? Did I click on the wrong thing? Oh, yes, I did. My mistake. And maybe a little bit brighter here. I might need it a little bit brighter than that, but that's all right. We'll change it later. A year and a half. Last year, we spent approximately $400,000 on broad. Nice. What industry are you in? Like, what? Who are you running the ads for? Nice to see someone starting a business live. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I mean, I'm glad you think so. I thought it was a really interesting idea because I haven't seen anybody do it before. So the spend per day is almost meaningless, especially since you have a high ticket product that will take a few passes for a client to be onboarded. All about the cost per acquisition. Do you think I have a budget which I can like the maximum amount of budget that I can waste is like $300? Do you think that I would be able to get a client for $750 on my first pass with $300? E-commerce is for its own business, health and wellness industry. For my own business. What do you sell? Oh, that's really cool. What are your margins like on that? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, that looks a little better. You got to focus on the grind while also including mental recovery, you know. Yeah, but don't have time for that. Hope you succeed, bro. I really appreciate that. I really hope I do too. I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay, now how are we gonna do these little two slots at the bottom? Um. Hmm. Probably that's probably gonna be an image, or it could just be a container with a background and 100% rounded corners. I think. Let's try that. So insert a new container. I bye. Gotta eat. See ya. Hope you enjoy your food. Thanks for being here. You all make it just a little bit less lonely and a little bit more fun to do, especially on days like this. It's really helpful. Okay. I need. So this is the main container. I'm gonna have 4 elements in here. I need them to be grouped. So I need 2 more containers inside this container. Um, and this container is going to be flexbox left, left aligned, probably centered. Needs to be a flawless funnel with 0 confusion. Margin for error is small with that spend. Yeah, typically for high ticket, you'd offer free value of some sort. Yeah, probably some kind of lead magnet. But the issue with the lead magnet I'm worried about is I don't know if I'm gonna like I should probably just yeah, I mean this actually since you're saying I should target broad anyway, I'm probably just gonna focus on service businesses in general instead of niching down. And in that case, it might be a little bit more helpful if I could sell some kind of lead magnet. I actually have a VSL, which is for getting trainings. Could you do me a really huge favor? I can send you the link to my video sales letter. Could you tell me if you think that it's good enough to use as a lead magnet for that ad campaign? I would really appreciate that. Let me open it up. I'm going to open it anyway and just hope you don't say no. And I have a nurture system for this that I built and I'm in the process of doing, which gives a lot more value, which I used from some other popular marketers. So, broad isn't very broad anymore because it finds the pool of clients quick as hell. Okay, that's really good to know. Send it. Okay, nice. Once in a lifetime opportunity here. Give me just a second. What's the link? I'll just open it from here. It is, where's the slug? Here we go. And also, because I have such a low ad spend, I'm gonna mention to begin with. I know I have a booking calendar on this, but I will probably replace it with a form to reduce the friction. Like the more leads I can get on such a low budget, the better. And I imagine you'll probably agree with me on that, but could you just confirm you agree with me that I should replace the booking calendar with a form? There it is there. Hey Simon, what's up? How you doing? So let's go back to this. I need not much. Yeah, I'm just building this website. Very low energy today because I'm like super tired and having interpersonal relationship issues. You know what that's like, probably. Well, I don't know how old you are, but I'm assuming you've dealt with your fair share of those problems. Okay, so I need another container. So here's my main container for them to be grouped. Now I need two separate ones, and then I want a container inside of each of those as well, which I will give a blank background. No, I will give a red background for each of these, yes. Build ball and chain, I'm not 100% familiar with that term. If you could qualify, like in terms of what you mean, anyway. I know obviously what it means, but could you clarify a little bit for me? And sorry, also my brain is like mega slow today, so maybe I'm just forgetting something. Okay, that's the first container. It has a container, and it needs a text block. Text block. Shall apologies for being British here. It's all good. I have a British guy who's a friend of mine, actually. He's a developer. And sometimes I don't understand what he says either. For available. Not letting me open the link. Says found or removed. Really? Did I type something wrong in again? Maybe I clicked on it by accident and added like an extra keystroke. Huh, weird. It should work. It's opening for me. Let me try an incognito tab just to make sure it's not a me issue. It is working. You know what? To save the issues, I'll just send you the actual Vimeo link. Because that will definitely work. Give me a second. I have to log in. Here it is. Copy link. Let me make sure it actually opens. Yes. Okay. Now let me paste that in. That's really weird. I wonder why it's not working, but I'm gonna replace it with something else, I think, anyway. I was thinking of replacing it with a different platform instead of Vimeo. Because I'm gonna have a VSL on my homepage as well. There you go. See if this works. Really hope it does. Okay, this container then. Each of these containers also need to be left aligned. Flex boxes. Well, I guess, nah. Yeah, centered, I guess. And flex box, centered. And now this container needs to have a red background, which I will probably just use your color as a baseline again. Keep hustling, dude. Best of luck with this business. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I will try my best and hope it works out. There's that. And now just give me 100%. Yeah, that works fine. My idea is working okay. Give me this. Paste into you. A little brighter. And also 100%. Still waiting for that explanation, Wolf Walker. I can't see this text. It needs to be this color. There we go. And Satoshi. Oh, it's so hot in Germany. Bruv, I'm in Spain. I am cooking here. It is so hot. Unbelievably hot. Is this the same? Yes. I am so hot here. It's crazy. Margin like 10. Yes. Margin 10. And then container margin 10 or 20. Yes. Now the text, probably 16 instead. Oh, not 166, that's for sure. 26, 16, 26. What is happening? Why is my chat like broke? The hell? Oh, here we go. Has anyone found a way to buy this token during the pre-sale? I have no idea. If you're talking about crypto, I don't know that much. Ball and chain is like your partner relationship is causing issues, so I say that if my missus was giving me grief. Ah, okay, okay. It's a little more complicated than that, unfortunately. But we move, you know, life goes on. Anyway, I take this to like 80% and then do normal. Actually, I think that doesn't stand out enough. Maybe 90. I want it to be a little brighter than the previous text. You got this, dude. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm going crazy. I've been doing this for ages. Life goes on. Yeah, it really does. Just have to, you know, like I like to remind myself, you have the 10% of shitty days, you have the 10% of good days, and you have all the in between. Right now, I'm just on the 10% of shit days, and that's fine. You know, it's part of what makes life interesting. You know, have to have the dark so you can have the light and all that jazz. You know what I mean? Okay, so I think this looks okay. We built, it looks pretty similar to what I had built. So here's what we had this year, and here's what it looks like. Why does it look like it's a bit cropped off on the, like this is actually bright on the vertical screen, but it doesn't show up as being bright. That's weird. That's really strange. Oh, oh no, it is. I think it's just maybe a glitch on my side. Not sure, but yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. Let me make sure all the text sizes are correct. Yes. Okay. So, well, there's part one of that finished. Let me grab this again. Oh, I have to put a call to action, actually. So it's not quite finished. So the whole idea is like I have this, which we're going to condense this. I'm just not going to do it right now. But this is going to be just these lines and then have the value at the bottom, like it is here, but I'll update that later. So it's going to look something like this. And so it's going to be a lot smaller. So the idea that I have in my head is like you scroll through this, you quickly glance at what you get. The copy is written in a way that's extremely easy to understand what you're actually getting from just the single line items. So you don't need the description. That's why I want to have a button that says see details. So you'd scroll past, you're like, oh, nice value. And then you have this little red gradient, which just stops you, catches your attention a little bit. That says that gives you the sense of urgency right after you see the value. So that's kind of the idea for this. And my town is 33 degrees. Man, it's let me check what temperature it is right now for me. Because it is hot. 31 degrees, real feel 33. Watch the video. It's a great structure for lead magnet. Develops the problem, and then you offer the solution after. Not for landscaping, but you can make one for that. Yeah, since I'm gonna be if I run an ad to it, I didn't make that one specifically for landscaping. That one was made because all of the stuff on my website is made to be more broad for just service businesses in general. So if I were to run ads, I would run just for service businesses. So do you think it would work well to run ads to that as a lead funnel? Sorry, as a lead magnet? This website looks professional and legit. Well, I would hope so. I'm putting a lot of effort into it. Thank you. Looks good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yo, it just came now. I was busy finding music for my videos. Ah, nice. Cool. Yeah, finding music for videos is a pain in the ass. The quality of your thoughts determine your quality in my life. Yeah. Sometimes I'm really at a crossroads of one of those things where I have a very difficult decision to make. And I kind of know what the right decision is, but the decision is still painful nonetheless. You know those situations where you got thrown into this fucked up place where you have to choose between two shitty decisions? That's what I'm at. So that's kind of my issue with that. I'm glad this guy with 10 years experience thinks my lead magnet is good though. Because that's the kind of system I intend to run for my clients, is to get them like a funnel like the one I have built for myself. So if it works for me, if this guy thinks it's working well, then that's good news. It means I'm doing a good job. But obviously, like, you have to test as well. Like, I could test it and it might not be as good, but it has all the right elements. So I hope that it works out. I'm offering Facebook ads, done for you sales funnels with like landing pages I built for you as well. With VSL or other lead magnet, and an email nurture system to get clients for service businesses. So I could show you one I've built. This one. I've built this for somebody. Just to give you an idea. Same kind of thing as on my website. It's the VSL with call to action. We set up brochures in a showroom. And when they scan the QR code, they get brought to this website. 100% is your moneymaker right there. Make sure the ads don't sell your service, but sells the free value, and nonchalantly teases that there is a full service for them, but not directly. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I really appreciate that. I don't know if you have already, but I would really appreciate it if you joined the Discord, because I'd love to ask you some questions, if like based on how it goes. You just want those clicks. Yeah. So I would offer the lead magnet. I'd be able to go, look, I'm going to show you the system, which will get you 10 plus clients. And then maybe try to show, send a link. I will, 1 second. Then maybe I'd show like this case study that I have, because that's the only one I have, unfortunately, because I'm still very new. Like, I'm just starting. So I don't have much to show. And I don't want to lie. So I'm kind of, like, the social proof aspect of the ad is going to be poor because I don't want to lie. So I'll see how that works out, but I'll try my best. Maybe it's going to save me the headache not having to do these email campaigns if this works out instead. Here's the Discord link. Maybe I'll focus the next sessions on trying to write an ad. Tried making an agency, but it didn't really work for me. I'm like an e-commerce guy now. What do you sell on e-commerce? Okay, call to action. Yes. Where is this? You. Underneath you. Okay, so in that case, I can close you, and just paste you in here. Need another contain. Actually, I could probably just copy paste one of my previous ones. It looks the same as the others. Yeah. I need to redo this headline. I have a new one that I've saved as well. I should remember that. I should probably just do that now, actually, instead of overthinking it. There we go. Hero button. Why are you aligned like this? Huh? Well, how does that make any sense? Is it because it's in a wrapper? Oh, it's all in a wrapper. And the wrapper is a flex box. Yeah, fuck's sake. Okay, I have to destroy it, build it from scratch. Maybe one of these other ones would be better. Yeah, let me grab this one instead. Maybe this one will work out better because it's a little different from this one. Nope. Still that. Okay, well, fuck it then. I'll just build it from scratch. I joined up Big Boy Boost. Thanks. Oh, nice to have you around anyway. I sell on Amazon, eBay, Walmart, etc. I have a brand selling different health products. I'm still not that experienced, still learning and taking actions. Well, nice. It's cool that these kind of streams bring in a bunch of like people in similar industries. That's kind of what I wanted. It's nice to have a bunch of people who are still kind of in the same boat, you know? So that's cool. Seems like most of the people that come by actually are a little ahead of me though. I'm like very new for now. But it's fun. You know, we all start somewhere, so maybe for some of you who aren't new, it might be interesting to see somebody else going through the same shit that you went through before. I imagine it would be. Actually, the button is a completely different thing, right? I should just... Yes. I should use a button, not a container. But this is in a container, but it's the container is a block. Maybe this needs to be inside of something else. Because I don't want it to be a flex, because then that happens. Unless I just need to set the width. Yeah, actually this is probably fine. I just need to set the width. It's really helpful for me building at the moment, although I'm less skilled for sure. Like in terms of the website, or just in general, like you just like to keep up, you know, seeing some of the behind the scenes, what you should focus on kind of stuff. That's something that I've always wanted, so I figured since I've never really seen anybody do that on YouTube, I wanted to try and be that for people. That was kind of my idea with this and why I started it. Size are you? Your auto 1828 Satoshi bold. All right, 1828 Satoshi bold. This is probably not full. Probably like 10, 15, 15. Yes. And then width like 200, 250. No, 300. No, 350. This looks really big. Padding is off too. Yeah, I agree. Even though I don't know much more about the agency, but seeing you doing this is good. Same boat. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have that. Yeah, I'm building both back and front end at the moment, but very little coding experience using Cursor to help us learning. Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I don't have a lot of experience in coding. I've built some cool automation systems, which I actually have a video that I'm making for on YouTube, which I'm almost finished with. which is going to be cool, which is from the first stream, which teaches a system that I made, which is like an automated outreach system that I'm using. I'll still do emails like you are, especially if your budget is limited. Those emails would essentially be the cold free value offer where you link them to that video directly. The thing that I'm doing with my emails right now, actually, is I'm doing like a Loom thing. So my email outreach, my initial email outreach is, hey, with a personalized message based on their LinkedIn. And then I say, I came across your site while looking for landscapers in their city, like their specific city. And I spotted something that could help you book more clients without wasting time on the wrong people. Could I send you a 3-minute video showing how it works? And then I make them a custom Loom video. I have like a template video which I've made, which is kind of like just a condensed version of that video sales letter. I just focused more on the actual system and how it works. And then my call to action is like, if you found it interesting, you know, let me know. We could talk about it pretty much. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. And the customization is I pull up their website on the video. I'm trying to build a side hustles to fund my main goal. It's a really slow process. Yeah, it is. It's a slow process even doing it like full time. Like me. PCOD news. Hey there. What's this project about? Well, right now I'm just doing my website. This isn't AI. This is Webflow. I'm building it from scratch on Webflow. It's all just me. Okay, so why is it that you... I don't understand how this is working. You're inside of a Flexbox. Is that what my problem is? You need to be inside of a Flexbox and have everything be centered. I think that's where I'm messing up here. So you're a container. You are not a Flexbox, but you probably no, but because the grid... I think I need to pull this out of this container. I think these need to be outside of it. It doesn't make sense for these to be in it. I think. Okay, so pull you out, close you, bring you down. You're backwards. And now let me check inside of this grid button. Button I'm going to remove now. So now you're outside. So this is fine. So now I have the container. You have your own container called gradient border. You have your own container. And now I need to put... Yeah, give... Let me add a new container. It's all just a bunch of damn containers. You come out. Come down here. And inside the container, I'm going to put a button. Webflow AI, sure. It's not AI. This is not AI. What's the site about? What is the SaaS idea you're working on? It's not a SaaS. I did take inspiration from SaaS to build this site. But my business is not a SaaS, it's an agency. And we're going to provide Facebook ads and done for you sales funnels for service-based businesses. That's the idea. So let me turn this into a flex box with downwards centered. And now grab one of these buttons. Put it into here. Okay, there we go. Yes, I have fixed the problem. Gotcha, that's a great system. Should be seeing success from that alone. How personalized are the emails? Do they find real flaws or are they generalized to hit all audiences? So the personalization, the way that I've built it, I have this system which finds the LinkedIn profiles of the CEOs that I'm reaching out to and the owners, the founders, etc. And I have a ChatGPT module which I trained to personalize based on what they say in their LinkedIn. Sometimes the personalization is fine, and sometimes it's kind of shit. I could give you an example. Where could I find it? Let me open up my Instantly campaign. I'll show you some of the examples of it. Not all of them have personalization as well, and because not all of them have it, I can't even really A/B test. Because I was thinking of A/B testing like personalization versus not, because maybe the personalization, because it can occasionally be a bit AI like, maybe it's throwing people off. But a lot of them don't have it because not all of the people get found. So let me show you an example though. Okay, here's one. Hey Sean, I saw Cube, which is his company, has grown into a family-run business with your son stepping into leadership, which stood out to me, so figured I'd reach out. Like it's okay. Like it's probably I tried to build it in a way that like it's a little personalized and a little generalized, but also based on their LinkedIn profiles, sometimes it can be really shit. Sometimes it can be like way too AI. Like this one is a little bit too AI. It's one of those examples. Uh, Here's another one. Hey Simon, I saw you're expanding into solar park support services alongside your land management work, so I figured I'd reach out. That's a better one. So that's an example of a better one that it got. So that's kind of how it works. I hope you get the idea. Uh, isn't it too competitive now building an ad agency? Not if you know how to position yourself right. Most of the ad agencies are really kind of garbage in terms of like their positioning. Like they all offer the same kind of deals, the same kind of offers. There's no differentiation. I've really differentiated myself. I provide a one-time payment. Like for me, it's a one-time payment, not a retainer model. They keep the entire system. I have a low cost to get in. You get a free, like a paid, sorry, not a free. You get a paid trial, which is pretty cheap, which you can get into to get the system. I've really pinpointed exactly what the people get. I have, and that they get dedicated support, which is a problem that people commonly have with ad agencies. Another problem they commonly have is speed. I have a 7-day launch guarantee, or I refund them 20%. So just a bunch of stuff like that to differentiate myself. What framework are you going to use for backend? I actually just use make.com to do my backend. So I set up all my forms. I don't need anything except forms. I don't have like logins or anything. So bit personal would throw me off for the second one. Yeah, like I said, it's based on their LinkedIn profile, so it's like scraping information they've already shared. Some of them are a bit stinky, but some of them are good, which is kind of the problem. Since I can't go through them all because I'm sending it such like large mass. But yeah. But yeah, you're right. I should probably do that. I should add a negative to the GPT module. Let me finish. Yeah, the backend. So I just connected to make.com. All I have is forms. I don't have login stuff, so I don't need to worry about that. And yeah, I connect my form to make.com, which watches for form submissions. And then I have the data linked to Airtable, which is a database that I'm using. And then anybody who signed up for newsletters, I have a filter set so that anybody who's from a newsletter or the training video sales letter gets sent to Email Octopus, which I'm using for my email campaigns. What music did you find? I've seen AI called Suno that can generate music. Yeah, I've generated some stuff with Suno as well. It's quite fun to use. We use Webflow a lot in the company I work on. Ah, cool. Got a tip to host your site for free. Sure, tell me. I think I know how to do it with Netlify, because that's what I intend on doing. I'm not gonna build. I'm not gonna use the CMS, and I'm not gonna. Before I read it, actually, I just saw it from the corner of my eye. You're explaining the same thing that I know. Yeah. Export the code, build your own custom forms, don't use the CMS, and you can host it for free on Netlify. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for my clients, actually. I'll build it inside Webflow, export the code, build it, like add it to a Netlify account, and then it's a really super easy transfer for the client. They don't have it, they don't need a tech headache. I can just pass it on to their Netlify account, and they can host it there for free. So that's how I'm intending to do it for my clients. I've already bought the hosting plan because this was way before I knew all of this shit, so it's kind of too late. I bought the yearly plan. So but signing off now. Hit me with questions about meta ads and ad structure. I'll be asking you about emails because that's my weak point. Sure, sure. Yeah, sounds good. Equal exchange, you know? But the email campaigns are going okay, you know, so I don't know if depends how much of a weak point it is. I'm getting a decent reply rate. Like it's like out of 113 emails I've sent, so people have contacted, I got about 2 positive replies, so like 2%, which is decent. Like that's a decent positive reply rate. But yeah, thanks for joining. Really appreciate all the help and hope to see you around. Did you purchase token during pre-sale? I don't know what you're talking about. If you're trying to funnel people into some kind of like scam, I really hope you're not. Don't do that. Don't want to ban people today. I'm already in a bad mood. This doesn't need anything. 30 margin. That's a 20 margin. That's a 30, but it kind of looks the same. I'll just leave it as this then. All right, that's done. Our system works. I think this is okay. I wonder what happened with the copy for this because I think I had it. Peace, my man. See ya. Peace to you too. Yeah, well, I had good copy for this, so I don't know what happened to it. Where did I put it? Maybe I just had it on my side somewhere that was hidden. Like one of these down here. Yeah, these are hidden, right? I think it was Hero 3. Visible. No. Hero 6. I should probably just go in order. I'll find it faster. Okay, there we go. Yes, this is what I need. Okay. Hidden. Don't know why it glitches out like that sometimes. Uh, let's see. We limit our client intake to just 5 new projects per month. These tools are part of what gives the clients the edge to stop the stop computers copying a session. We limit how often we share them. That this is kind of like repeating itself. Then I should remove that. Yeah, we do this Netlify host a lot specifically for Google Ads landings. Yeah, it seems like a good idea. I don't remember how I came across that as an idea. I think it's because I used Netlify at one point when trying to build websites with like Bolt a couple of years ago. And I just had the idea. I was like, you know what? What's Netlify's hosting like? Could I export the code from Webflow? And then I took a look at it and I noticed that you could. It's really kind of you to share that though. Like that would be extremely useful for somebody who doesn't know. I wish I knew it before I started, but you know, doesn't always work like that. Maybe I don't even need this part. I just have this. But that seems kind of small. But whatever, it's fine. These tools are part of what gives our client yes to stop competitors from copying us for saturating systems. We limit how often we share them. Actually, maybe it is fine to say that because I do include the 5 thing. Yeah, maybe it's okay. Yeah, I'll keep it like this. Okay, it's fine. Okay, how our system works. This is already okay. Looks fine. This is no longer relevant. I actually think I'm gonna have a pricing page separately. And I think I'm just gonna pitch the trial price. I don't know if that's a good idea. Because originally what I had planned is I mean, let me just show you instead of taking screenshots. So I had this in mind where I was gonna have the agency pricing scam as a section. I'd be like, okay, look, most agencies hide the price because they want to extort you and they want to get as much money out of you as they think they can. So I was gonna have these, which is like the lies, and then you'd hover over them to see what's underneath, and it says like the reality of behind the situation of each of these. And then you have this pricing calculator, which is like they get a slider to check how much agencies would charge them based on how much revenue they make. And I really want to drive home the point that they are hiding their price and I am not. And then I was going to have 3 models of the pricing: the trial, the core, and the professional. And I was using this as a price anchor so that people would see like, holy shit, this service is really expensive, but then they see the 750, which is also why the ending is different, to really bring attention to this and how cheap it is. in comparison. But I don't know if I should have all three. Like, I don't know what would be better. Maybe that's something I have to test. I don't get a lot of traffic from Google right now anyway, and I wasn't sure if I should just include this as a part of my selling point on my landing page, or if I should just have a separate page which just has that section and then like a feature, see all features thing underneath or something like that. Not 100% sure. For now, though, I think I'll skip it. I think I'll move on to this. I still don't know if I fully like the structure of this, but I'll see how it looks. Here's what the remainder of it looks like. Just the idea of it. FAQ section. So I've still got a few things to make. I'm probably not gonna get everything done today because there's quite a lot. So, yeah, see, these are already built, and I've uploaded those. So I don't need this anymore, though. I would suggest just make it cheaper first. 750 is not a big investment for these businesses. How much cheaper could I? If I make it too cheap, people are gonna think of it as a cheap service. That's why I don't want it to be cheap. I want people to buy this. These exist so that, like, look, think of it like this. But you see a really, really high price as an option, and then you see the cheap price. This makes it look way cheaper. If I just put this on its own, some people might be like, oh, that's a lot. But then people would see like, okay, well, holy shit, some people might be paying 15 grand for this a month. So this in comparison is extremely small. And yeah, I mean, if you price yourself cheaply, people will think you are cheap. Cheap things cost cheap prices. So I need to make sure that people know that I'm not trying to be cheap. That's why I want them to see this, which is the main thing. And this I'm not going to be selling for now. This just exists as another anchor. It's also a way you differentiate through price. I remember it's a thing that like Alex Orbozy taught about, and I picked it up from him. Anyway, I'm gonna skip the pricing section for now. We'll move on to this section. Oh, these are two sections. They're split up. That's weird. Okay, well, I need to add a new section entirely then and hide this. That's a new section as well. It's been a while since I worked on this. Okay. What are these then? These look like they're hidden. Yeah. Not sure. Okay, so I need a new section. I would rather just copy an existing section and delete everything inside. So give me the how it works system, how the system works section. Give me this, copy it. Guarantee section. So you need to go, yeah. I'm gonna move all of these guys out. They're kind of annoying me. I'll bring them back if I need them. Not being used right now anyway, so who cares? That's the wrong one. Guarantee. Okay. I don't want to steal the wind from your sails, but if you're focusing landscaping, what are you gonna do in the office seasons? I I might stop focusing on landscaping, and I might just try to run ads for just service businesses in general. Yeah, during winter, yeah, you don't need it. Yeah, this is true. So I haven't actually thought about that before, so it's good that you mentioned that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try to take that guy's suggestion that was in here earlier, saying that I could probably get away with ads. I'll try to make a really good ad and just target service businesses broadly. and that hopefully will fix that problem. The reason I'm suggesting this because you're a small business at the moment. Yeah, but even if I'm small, if I like, look, think about it like this. They don't know I'm small, right? They don't know I'm a small business. So anybody who sees my site wouldn't know I'm a small business. And because my site looks pretty good, like it's professionally built, they might actually, and it's a premium sort of style. So they would assume I'm actually an established business. So the only thing that catches me off is the reviews. No matter what my price is, I'm going to be compared to somebody. If I price my stuff at $200 or $100, what's going to happen is I'm going to be priced with all of the other people that are selling dirt cheap services for this exact same thing. I would rather be compared to other bigger people in the space than I would be compared to the people who are selling really cheap prices. Because all that's doing for me is it's making me look cheap. So it makes it harder to stand out. You get what I'm trying to say? I could have the wrong idea here, but I don't think I do. I think you being able to make AI put you ahead of a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, like, I have some good things, but I don't... Like, just thinking about it logically, like, these people have this money to spend. Landscaping projects are extremely expensive. They have the money. So for them, 750 sounds a lot for me. But 750 is not a lot for a landscaper that is doing fine. You know, you have to realize they're selling shit for like 15, 20, 30,000 dollars. Like, they have 750. And if I sell my services for $200, all that's going to do is make them think that my service is not worth much. Look, you could be right, I could be wrong, but I'm just giving you my train of thought. I'll see how it works out. Like, in my own head, I know that I wouldn't, if I had the money and I could choose between a cheap service or a good, or like an expensive service, I'd rather pick the expensive one because I would assume it's going to be better. Also, it can be good to be small. An army takes time to form positions. Single man can take charge. Yeah, but it's also really hard because you're also responsible for every single thing yourself. I have to know how to do copywriting, email marketing, content writing. I have to know how to edit videos. I have to run Facebook ads. I have to know how to build sales funnels, build websites. Like, there's so much crap you have to do yourself. Organization. You need to know how to handle finances, how to do accounting, so much shit. Luckily, I have accounting experience, so at least I have that going for me. But other than that, you have to know everything, and that's extremely hard. What's this website you're working on? What's it advertising? It's advertising my my service, which is okay. Another person asking. Okay, so I run Facebook ads for service-based businesses. The Facebook ads go bring them to a landing page, which I also build, which gives people some kind of free value to give them to get them to opt in with their email into a form so that they can receive the free value that I'm providing. And when they do that, I set them on a long email nurturing system to try and get them to book a call. And I do that for service-based businesses. Right now, primarily... Oh, shit, I closed something. Right now, primarily landscapers, but I'm thinking of going a little bit more broad because I'm starting to notice some problems with the landscapers. I picked it for my email campaigns because it's easier than targeting everybody. But I'm thinking maybe I would be better off just running ads, and I should just make a really, really good ad, run it through some people, figure it out, like make sure that it's good to go and that it's likely to succeed, and launch it and just hope to get some clients from that instead for a more broad targeting. So that's the idea there. What did I close? God damn it. Whatever. Anyway. So you got that. Don't need you. You're fine. Oh, you should be outside of this box. Come on, bruv. There we go. No, 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 no. Hi, son of a bitch. No, wrong one. I want you to go in here. Yes. Why is that happening? Whatever. Yeah, for landscaping, for sure, ad is the way to go. Um, why not just do service-based business, not landscaping? Well, the reason I'm choosing specifically is because when I'm running email campaigns, I need to have a specific person to target. Because first of all, it makes the personalization better because I say that I am based on landscapers, so it makes them want to listen to me more. And it's just like I need to have a person to know what emails to grab because it's if I choose everything, what am I going to grab? Like one email here, one email there. It's going to take me forever. So that's why when I'm running ads, I'm going to go broad. Um, do you have a LinkedIn profile? You don't want to be on an email chain unless you need constant updates about the company. I don't agree. So the ads are gonna, in part, have the email system, and the reason it exists is because look, I'm gonna have an ad which is pitching the landscaping service or whatever it is that we're pitching. Uh, when they click on it, they're gonna be brought to a page where they can get something for free that's valuable for them. Free quote, free landscaping ideas, whatever. Something that people who are looking to buy landscaping projects would be interested in. They're gonna give us their email in exchange for that free value. We're gonna send them a bunch of emails giving them more value about that service, establishing us as an authority in the field and trust, like developing trust with the potential customer. So when they're finally ready to buy from a landscaping company, you are the one that makes sense to go with because you have built the most amount of trust, you've given them the most amount of value, you've given them your reviews, you've showed them what you can do, show them your projects. That's the whole point of the email system. Because people don't make decisions like this fast because this is a high ticket product. So to have an email system which reminds them, so they want to get a landscaping project, but they might not do it for 3 months. So why not just stick around? Like they've shown interest and you just stick around for those 3 months. And when they decide to buy, they're very likely to go with you. Does that make sense? This is why I'm starting to use AI like a second brain. Yeah, I use AI quite a bit as well. Sure, IT compounds the problem. Everything seems to be moving to be focused on tech and communication. Yes. Market point of sales, info, troubleshooting. Yeah. It's like IT's become the type of bottleneck itself. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff based on that right now. You're not wrong, brother. Why is this like this? I'm just gonna grab it from somewhere else. Yeah, like you're mine now. Brand awareness marketing. That's not really brand awareness. And I don't really like brand awareness marketing because it's too slow and you can't what am I trying to say? You can't track it. It's hard to track brand awareness. Well, basically impossible, really. So I focus on lead campaigns. That's good now. Uh, yes, don't need you. I'm gonna finish up soon. What next? Need a container. So are you making an income while building this? I'm not. That's why I have 90 days to do it. I have 60 days left before I run out. I have to move back with my parents. I'm whispering because they don't know this and they're here visiting right now. I'm gonna turn off the AC. It's getting really cold. Okay. You know what? It's been 2 hours. Yeah, didn't notice what time it is. I'm actually gonna finish up here. Only wanted to go for a couple hours today because I have some stuff to do. So, praise, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, we did a little bit. We at least got one section done. Maybe I'll do a little bit more on it tomorrow on stream. But yeah, thank you everybody. Learned some really important stuff today. Talked to some nice people today. So yeah, glad everybody joined. Thank you all for watching. Happy to have you here. For anybody who's new and for anybody who's returning. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. But for anybody who's new, I stream at 3 p.m. CEST every day. So I'll talk to you then, maybe. Bye. I know what I got rid of now. My stream thing. That's awkward. There we go. Okay, now bye.